feed tonight. Camera's a little bit sensitive. Here we go. Hope your night is going well from the shores of Santa Monica, California, live on air on a special late night broadcast, answering your questions. Jump in the live chat, and I'm here to answer your questions about anything. About J Powell, about the economy, about stimulus, about anything you want to talk about. Last night we had a lot of fun as viewers were asking about the latest stimulus checks. Those latest stimulus checks are huge, $300,000 as checks, 300 different checks, federal stimulus checks, massive stimulus checks that are available right now for Black Friday, for Thanksgiving, for Christmas. They're incredible stimulus checks, and they're from the federal government, and the viewers are cleaning up. Tonight on Evenings LALATE, and certainly on the LALATE Live on Channel 1 and Channel 2 right now, you're seeing that one viewer, Kimberly, has got a whopping 18 months of checks this week alone. She's gotten 18 months of more of her HOA fees, 18 months of utilities, and $4,000 of mortgage of property taxes, and even got a weatherizing grant. So she has gotten enormous sums of money. That is about 5 checks a month for 18 months. That's just what's happening on a regular basis. Kimberly Romano, congratulations to her with people coming into the live chat right now. It's evenings here on the West Coast in Santa Monica, California. Hope everyone is having beautiful weather where you are. This is stock footage that I'm just showing you in the background. As last night we had a lot of fun as I answered your questions in the live chat. So jump in the live chat. Any questions you want to ask, I'm here to answer. That's the purpose of the show. It's a Q&A. So if you have any questions about stimulus, about the economy, about JPAL, I certainly have questions. I certainly have a lot of questions about this economy. I mean, it's just not particularly clear. And hello, Cheryl Zalokas. Hope you're having a beautiful night, Cheryl. Where are you from? Where are you tuning in from? What state are you watching from tonight, Cheryl? Thank you for joining me tonight as we're discussing everything that's going on. You know, corporate earnings continue next week. Jay Powell countdown with the Federal Reserve, massive stimulus being gotten by viewers of this channel, and the stimulus checks continue to roll in. Kimberly Romano proved that you can get multiple different kinds of checks at the same time. She got check B, she got check A, bringing her to 18 months of checks at wonderful 4 or 5 checks a month. Hey, Alice Rivers, how are you from California? And there's Clem the Sim. How are you doing? Alice is from California. Cheryl, where are you from? And then Clem has just joined the chat. Hope you're all having a beautiful night across the board. What's important to understand, Pensacola, Florida. Sounds wonderful. There is Dwayne Curtis. Dwayne, where are you from? So Cheryl is from Pensacola. There's Kalisha. How are you? Kalisha, thank you for joining me tonight. Hope your beautiful Saturday night is going well and hope the weather is good where you are. So far, we have California, we have Florida represented in the live chat. Where's else everyone else coming on in from tonight? Last South Carolina, and here it's cold. Wow. So Clem the Sim says in South Carolina it's cold. How's Pensacola tonight? Is Pensacola decent or is it warm? Dwayne is in Washington State, so that's probably a little bit chilly, isn't it tonight, Dwayne? How's the weather where you are, Dwayne? And there's Desandra from Ohio. I know Ohio ain't gonna be warm tonight. Georgia's cold. Kalisha says it's cold in Georgia. Oh boy. Getting ready for that Senate runoff seat, Kalisha. I had misspoken earlier the week when I said that it's in February. It's in early December. Herschel Walker for the Republicans and Raphael Warnock for the Democrats. There's Dwayne. It's cold as hell, my friend. Yeah, I can relate. Wet and cold, says Cheryl. Wow. So Cheryl says it's wet and cold. My goodness. And Desandra, hey Desandra, how you doing? Massachusetts, 30 degrees. My lord. Darlene, I love your screen name. Darlene and Darlene, it says 30 degrees. And Wendy Riddle has just joined South Carolina. So we have two in the chat from South Carolina. Cold, it says Wendy. Desandra Fisher. It's Desandra Fisher has joined, and Marcel is from Tennessee. How's it in Tennessee tonight? Daniel, Kentucky 23 degrees. My goodness, 23 degrees. That is cold. Oh boy. And it's, it's not winter yet, but boy, 23 in November in Kentucky. My goodness. One of the virtues of the live chat like this is I can see your comments on the screen, but then sometimes I have to touch the screen because they disappear. So I have to touch it for them to re-pop up. I guess what happens is that, yeah, so now it's coming back up there. Very strange. So I saw Kentucky 23 and then it disappeared. So I touched it and then it came back up. Dwayne, my dog loves it. He's a husky, a Malamute mix. Oh, that he sounds incredibly gorgeous. Malamute and a husky, Dwayne. That sounds incredible. Oh, here's a little arrow. Oh, I never saw that arrow. They're always updating YouTube. So now there's a little arrow. There was an arrow under the 23 degrees in Kentucky. So I clicked the arrow. It shows the new comments that came in. I didn't see that. Desandra, it's cold and rainy here. It's in the 20s. Alfreda, it's cold and windy. 23 in Washington State. Benita says 40 degrees in Houston. Cold, says Marcel. So massive stimulus is available to millions of Americans, and that massive stimulus is being gotten by viewers even this week. That incredible stimulus is just heating up. You want to focus first on those federal stimulus checks first, and inflation relief stimulus checks later, because the FSCs are big checks. Tonight I featured on Evenings LA, which you can also watch on the live feed on LA 1 and certainly on the live feed on LA 2. Two live shows are airing at the same time as this live show, three shows at the same time. I feature Kimberly Romano, 18 months of checks. Incredible. It's happening all the time. 18 months just became sort of the number a few months ago on this channel. Not particularly clear why, but it did. 18 months of your mortgage, your rent, 18 months of all utilities, and then viewers are often getting something on top of that. Like Kimberly got her property taxes on top of that. We're talking about Check B. Check B is really one of the great, great, great checks. If you want to check, you want to get Check B. And I'm saying check singular, but it's really not singular. So imagine 18 months of all those checks per month. And most people have about four utilities of bills a month. You have about four utilities you pay every month. And then you have your rent, your mortgage, or your HOA. So that's five checks a month. Five checks times 18 months. It's just incredible. Dwayne, Ray, do you have an ex named BJ from back in the day? Wow, maybe people know each other on the live chat. Just incredible. And the live chat is fascinating because it appears and disappears on my screen. It appears and disappears. It was there and now it's gone. So I have to click a button and then it reappears. I'm not particularly clear. It has always done that. It's not like it's just doing it tonight. It has always done that. So I got that arrow a second ago, which was convenient. It basically said, hey, there's a new comment below the last one. But now the screen is basically blank for me. And so, oh, there's Keith, Keith29. Hi, Keith, how are you? So when Keith29 posted, I was able to see that because that was brand new, but I can't, let's see, can I go up in the old comments? No, I can't. That's really bizarro. Dwayne, Elliot, I always look forward to listening to you. I appreciate that, Dwayne. Really, really appreciate that. Yeah, now I can't go up in the old comments. That's strange. Let's see if there's another way, another button I do. Live, top chat. No. So, wow, just fascinating. They've changed this way this works. So I cannot actually. I used to be able to go back up into older comments if I missed them. So if someone said something just a second ago, I missed it. My apologies. Um, Massive stimulus, and that stimulus is available right now. You really, really want to get it. There's a lot going on tonight. I'm sure you saw what happened on social. Ooh, I just hit the phone. I'm sure you saw what happened on social media minutes ago. Elon Musk on Twitter ran a poll, ran a poll on a platform that he has accused of having bots, Russian bots. Uh, ran a poll. Maybe bots answer the poll. Maybe real people answer the poll. So it's really not the type of way to ask a question. But he ran a poll, asked whether former President Donald Trump should be reinstated on Twitter. And it was about 52% yes, 48% no. And within just minutes, Donald Trump was restored to Twitter. So Donald Trump is back on Twitter tonight. Um, Anne says maybe the live feed would work better from the boot bar. Yeah. Maybe it would. I think in the boot bar I was not reading the comments as much as I'm reading them here. So, or was on the boot bar, was I on Instagram and on a not on YouTube? I think I was on Instagram. So that was easier to probably manipulate. So Donald Trump is back on Twitter tonight. The former president is restored back on Twitter tonight. Uh, his number of followers is not restored, so he quickly is accelerating number of followers. He's about 100,000 followers just a few minutes ago. So his millions of followers are not restored. His account is restored, but he'll have a million plus followers overnight probably. The other story making news tonight related to that is that CBS News has announced that it has decided to temporarily pause everything on Twitter. So CBS News is first not going to be posting anything or tweeting anything to Twitter, and has actually banned its reporters from using Twitter altogether. So a lot of its reporters have reporter at CBS as their Twitter handle. So they have been banned from using Twitter, which causes me to ask you a question tonight. Are you going to continue to use Twitter, or you can continue not to use Twitter? In view of Elon Musk buying Twitter and his sort of his interesting policies, I should say, are you going to twit? Are you going to stop using Twitter, um, or are you going to continue to use it? Uh, I was debating tonight for LALATE whether LALATE should not upload content to Twitter, which is different than tweeting. I mean, tweeting, you're just writing a few words or retweeting someone else. But I was debating tonight whether LA should actually upload content anymore, like videos or images, onto Twitter. I mean, it's one of those things you have to decide among so many other things. Big stimulus is available, and the incredible stimulus is from the federal government. Last night we had a great chat in which people were asking really, how do things work? So let me go to some of the comments. Cheryl, it's about 43 in Pensacola. Now I found the comments. Benita, 40 in Houston. Wow. Ray Salinas, 23 in Washington State, Pasco, Washington. Cassandra, it's cold and rainy here and it's in the 20s. My goodness. And then Duanal, 23 in Kentucky. Yeah, as Ann says, maybe the live would work better in the boot bar. If you don't know what Ann's talking about, it's a hysterical joke, but it's true. There's Cheryl again. Yes. I did a live Instagram from a bar, and this particular day, the reason why I went live was everyone was wearing boots, or at least the women. And we couldn't figure out why they're wearing boots. To this day, I don't know why they did. Someone sent me a message a few hours later that said there was a concert in LA for a country western singer. So they think that the fans went there wearing boots, and then after the concert, which was I guess would have been early in the day, it doesn't make sense. Or maybe they were pre-partying before the concert. I don't know. I'm not going to stop watching it, or I am not stop watching it or comment on Twitter. So Cheryl says, um, is that a double? I'm confused by Cheryl's comment. I'm I all not stop. So you going to stop, Cheryl, or you're not going to stop? I'm confused by Cheryl's comment because maybe I'm reading it the wrong way. Let me jump into someone else who had a comment as well. Uh, Boy, this app is very finicky tonight. The comment is there, and if I don't see it, it disappears, and I won't see it until someone else writes something. Isn't that weird? And I'm trying all sort of like, tricks to open something up. Oh, Top Chat. Maybe this is keeping them on. Maybe this one works. The Desandra, I never had Twitter. So there you go. Ionis. Hey, Ionis, how are you? Hey, fam. Hey, Alite, how are you doing? Where are you tuning in from tonight, Ionis? Thank you for joining me on this second um, live feed. It's just sort of fun. Last night, people had a lot of questions, so it's Q&A. Whatever you want to ask questions about, I'm here to answer. Whatever questions you want to ask about stimulus, about the economy, about stocks, about bonds, about crypto, about the Federal Reserve, about real estate, whatever you have questions for. I'm here for you for a couple more minutes tonight. You know, the some of the videos that are online, they're all using the title collapse. I think collapse is a very, very embellished word. And I know it brings in views, but collapse means a lot of things to different people. It's being used in the context of videos about the housing industry. Housing industry collapse, auto industry collapse. Even LALATE is using that terminology, collapse. But is it really collapse? I mean, it's what would take for something to collapse completely? There is not a single market that has really collapsed in any of these markets yet. Equities, crypto, housing, nothing has really collapsed at all. Collapse would mean that the valuations have really dramatically dropped, and we really haven't seen that at all. Cheryl says, I will not stop. So Cheryl will continue to use Twitter. Um, LA, we can't see you besides that beautiful lady on the beach. Yeah, so on the live show at night, I'm not on set and I don't have the production lighting. So last night I showed an image of some comments that were on a prior show, and that was the topic of the night. And so I was using that as sort of an educational purpose. Tonight I don't actually have any images or text that's informational. I guess I could do that next time. I could basically show you something that's maybe a chart or a graph, and I could use that as a bench point. Um, so I made this randomly. This woman to I didn't make her. I made the video. Yeah, I'm not Frankenstein. Wait, who made Frankenstein? I forgot. There was in the story of Frankenstein. Wasn't there someone who made Frankenstein? Frankenstein wasn't made by Frankenstein. Someone else made Frankenstein. Marshall, are we going to get a SEN? I think he means stimulus. Yes, if you apply. So great question, Marshall. So you gotta pounce and apply. It's not like second or third. It's like first. First to get the big money, to get the very first big money in the CARES Act of March 2020, you had to apply the monthly stimulus check. So Marshall, yeah. So tonight I featured Kimberly Romano. She got monthly stimulus checks this week. How many? 80. 18 months of about five checks a month. That is about 80 checks. She got 18 months. And I used that by comparison of the MSC with Bernie. You know, Bernie, we were talking about 6 months of checks. Kimberly got 18 months. 18 months, that's three times longer. Bernie was talking about $1,000 a month. Kimberly is getting, five checks approximately per month. So that's thousands of dollars more. So the viewers of this channel are now getting considerably more, almost 300% more than we ever spoke about for MSCs back in 2020. That's how great it has been. And you can as well go into the video, become a member, Purple Hawk, Purple Power Casino VIP, and join the channel, and then watch the videos daily, and get the newsletter. Why don't Cheryl? Why don't SSI get the same benefits as everyone else that gets Medicare? Um, I don't know if that's a Medicare question or if that's a stimulus check question. Did my woman go out of focus? She did go. Oh, now she's back in focus. Um, so Cheryl, I don't know if the question is a Medicare question or a stimulus question. If it's Medicare, I don't know the answer. If it's stimulus, you do. You get the same as everyone else. For purposes of stimulus, people on SSI and SSDI get the same as everyone else. A great question. Why do I know the answer? Because in 2020, there was no one, repeat, no one, recording anything, broadcasting anything for people on SSI and SSDI. No one was recording anything to explain stimulus. So I saw that question, just like you asked, and I made a video. The video at the time, LA had almost no followers, maybe 2,000 followers, 1,000 followers. The video went to 3.5 million views. It's today our most watched video. The video is very rare. because in financial news, no one rarely ever has 3 or 4 million view videos. They certainly don't have them with a very small channel with less than 1,000 viewers at the time. And the reason I made the video is because people were asking the same question you're asking. Why don't do we? And the answer is yes, yes, yes. The only thing you need to know for stimulus is that your income is under 75,000. Well, if you're on SSI and SSDI, that's answered for you. And so if your income is under 75,000 single individual, then you're good to go. And that's why every video I always repeat SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Rural benefits, veterans benefits, and 75,000 less single individual, married couple, 150,000 less. Go get it. Absolutely incredible across the board. Um, trying to grab the chat. This platform on the chat is very finicky tonight. Like it's there and then disappears. So I saw Cheryl's comment, and that's the last I saw. And I'm trying to bring it back up, and right now it won't even bring up the last chat. Can someone say something? Maybe someone says something, then it'll activate the chat. Can someone write? I mean, write something, not say something. Very finicky um, platform tonight. So for purposes of a Q and A, I can't see the question. I can't see what to answer. Let me go. Oh, now it's working. Oh, there's Ionis. Hey, Ann. And there is Ann. Hey, Ionis. And then Marshall and Dwayne. Someone's at the door. I'll be back. Says Dwayne. Welcome, Susan Bingham, who just became a brand new Purple Hawk. Welcome to this incredible family, Susan. I don't know if you're in this live show or if you're on LALATE One, but welcome to Susan Bingham for becoming a brand new member. I hate to. There's Ann. How's are you doing, Ann? I hate to kick off while Dwayne is at the door. So Dwayne's gonna go answer the door, and he's gonna come back, and I'm gone. How rude you are, LA. You left when Dwayne was at the door. There's Kareem. Hey, Kareem, how are you? Where you tuning in for Kareem? Where you tuning in from, Kareem? How's the weather where you are tonight? I did this live chat last night because it was a lot of fun, and I helped answer people's questions. And there's Jack, and Jack A is in Gresham, Oregon. And there's Kareem, and he is in Baltimore. Wow, that is wonderful. That is wonderful. And there's Annette. Hey, Annette, how are you? Where are you tuning in from? Where are you watching from? Now, after this show is over, you should jump on to LA One. It has the big production live show tonight that's currently airing. Well, I've noticed that if you're not on Medicare, you don't receive the $900 good voucher. Oh, I don't know anything about that. And there's Annette from Ohio. That must be cold tonight, Ohio. How cold is it in Ohio right tonight? Um, how cold is it? I bet it's very cold. I don't know anything about that $900 good voucher, Cheryl. I wish I did. Um, I can't know everything, but I try my best, ultimately across the board. But so there you go. Thank you for everyone joining me. If you like this, we'll do it again tomorrow. I enjoy doing it. It's pretty simple, so long as my hand does not get stiff holding the cell phone. It is a cell phone live stream. That is why it's so darn basic. But viewers really like it. I love it because it's Q&A. I get to see what people are thinking about, what questions you have. I learn a lot from this type of interaction with you. Always have since day one. I learn the questions that viewers are asking, and I learn the issues that you're focusing on. Jack says it's cold in Oregon, in Grisham right now, in the 30s. My goodness, Marshall. So we'll try this nightly. I like it. 15, 20 minutes jump on here. Not an hour stream, but just like 15 or 20. And so if you watch this later in the day and you are not on the live stream, then jump into it tomorrow night. Generally, always about this. We'll try the same time nightly, about 8 o'clock. I may not be doing it on Sunday night, but I'll definitely do it on Monday. So there you go. Thank you for joining me. Um, and have a beautiful evening. Thank you for all the great questions, and hope everyone stays warmer Definitely cold weather that a lot of you are experiencing tonight. Stay informed, stay focused. Jump on to LA1 and that live show airing right now. And see you later. Bye.